Hi, Stan Morrical from Morrical Financial Services, coming to you here from our offices in beautiful Burlingame, California. Today I want to just touch base with you on an article that caught my eye last week that's a little different than some of the things we've talked about in the past. And we've talked about money, how to accumulate money, how to manage your retirement plans, all those things. But this particular headline caught my eye because it says, the top factor that determines happiness in retirement has nothing to do with money. Well, that caught my eye. So as I dug into the article, what it did was it referred me to a study conducted at the University of Michigan. And the title of this study is Spending, Relationship Quality, and Life Satisfaction in Retirement. Very specific and very succinct. And they come up with two little variables, the Satisfaction with Life Scale, SWLS, and the Subjective Well-Being Scale. This particular study, again, it's called the Health and Retirement Study, and it's conducted at the University of Michigan. It's done biannually, and it's been on an ongoing basis since 1992. And in the survey, they survey over 26,000 Americans over the age of 50 every 2 years. The information in this particular publication is from the study they conducted in 2014. So I imagine in the not too distant future, information from 2016 will be coming out. But clearly they've got there's a pattern here, and they've got some context for which to evaluate this stuff. Now, when we get into spending, they've identified 11 categories. And it starts out from everything with like durable spending for dishwashers, refrigerators, those things that we might need or want, auto spending, housekeeping, health spending, leisure spending, etc. But again, there's 11 categories. And what they're trying to do is to evaluate which of these are most meaningful for retirees to get to this life satisfaction component. Then the other piece of the puzzle is obviously relationship quality. And relationship quality, we're talking about our relationship with our spouse, relationships with our friends or extended family, and relationships with our children. It says to capture the relationship quality, we include measurements describing the marital relationship and number and the degree of contact for children and other family and friends. So that just gives you an idea. That's kind of a summary of how they put together that evaluation. One of the things that I thought was kind of interesting, and I'll just touch base on this, was this caught my eye right away as well, is there's a tendency, especially for those of us that are younger, and especially when we're really young, to think that as we get older, our quality of life might diminish. But as it got into this whole quality of life and how we age and our satisfaction levels and how we sustain those satisfaction levels, one of the things that I saw was a retiree in the 76 and above category age has a life satisfaction level that is higher than a retiree in the 65 or less age bracket. To make up for this difference, the younger retiree would need to increase the leisure budget by approximately 40%. So as you're thinking about the evolution of your life and the quality of your life, you might, and in our last interview, in our last video, I interviewed a gentleman of 79, and obviously has a very high quality of life, but I thought this was absolutely fascinating, that the younger person would have to spend over 45% more on leisure to get the same quality as somebody at least 10 years older than them. The difference between under 65 and over 76. Just to summarize quickly, the other two pieces of the puzzle in terms of spending and relationship quality. In terms of spending, and this probably won't come as a surprise to you, but in terms of spending, the only statistically significant spending area is leisure in terms of improving the quality of our life. Nothing else moved the needle at all. It was leisure. So leisure is how you want to spend your money once you get ready to retire, and think about how you're going to conduct your leisure. Now let's get back to our top factor that determines happiness in retirement: quality relationship with your spouse. It said that that's the most significant predictor of what a quality relationship, in terms of the way they read it, it says in terms of our hypothesis related to relationship quality, there is strong evidence to support spouse, partner, and then friends, some evidence regarding other family, but no evidence to support children. So for those of you that have children, which I do, and I had to laugh either as a child or as someone with children, but whether you're looking up to your parents who are older or you're thinking about your own children, in terms of this study, it was the spouse that brought you the most satisfaction in retirement, well above money, and it was your other relationships. So if your children, your parents may not be sitting around waiting for you to show up. Thanks for your time. I look forward to speaking with you soon.